So what I was going to do this morning is try and dress that edge up a bit, and basically you put a big lump of wood across there and hit it with a club hammer. Right, so the first thing we did was try and sort out the doors because they were the wrong shape and we didn't know what shape the car was in. So we made new hinges, new hinge pins, so the door doesn't sag. I've taken all the wood apart on the doors, put the swage back in the top. I had to cut the body here because it was doing that, and when this was on, that was back here. So then you bring that in, cut off the bits of metal that they had welded on the back of the door to make the doors fit, because it hadn't been mounted on the chassis when they repaired it, as far as I can make out. So I've done that, got it all back straight, got the front wings, so just to check align everything really. This piece here that holds the bonnet, he couldn't find it first of all, but then he found it. Had to remake this piece here, that was all snapped off. Made the hinge pins for the bonnet, the top, that joint there, put new rods in there which he had, or a length of. So mounted all the bodywork back on just to see what it all looks like really, and it'll all be okay. That side of the radiator's got to come back very slightly, but when the hood catches on it all holds down. Front of the wings line up, which is always a good start, there and there. That arm under there is a little bit out of shape, but I can tweak that, put a spacer in it. Same on that door, mounted the running board supports so we've got our correct length to the back wing. That one I had to cut because they've repaired the wing and it should be straight, but they've put a section in that's at an angle, but you won't notice it when it's all together. Measured everything out to get the back wings in the right place. They're all bolted in now, not screwed in, so you can jump up and down on that now, so which is what you want.
Because that's one of the things we were worried about, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I'll put M6 bolts all the way through that, all the way round and through there. This didn't fit at all, the rear dicky seat. I had to machine up some spacers for here to centralise it. It still isn't good, but it's better than it was. So we've got a bit of a line there, I can hammer that down a bit, but we've got equal gaps all the way around now. So what I was going to do this morning is take this off, try and dress that edge up a bit, and basically you put a big lump of wood across there and hit it with a club hammer and try and get that back in that way. So we can just get rid of that. If we can get rid of that just a little bit more, I'll be happy with it. So then after that I'll strip it all down, take the body back off, because we know everything fits now. It's like a mock build, you know. This has got to be repaired underneath and the piece of wood put back in, which we knew anyway. Weld up all the bottoms so it's solid, and then see where he wants to go from there. If he wants it painted, we'll get Crimbo on it and go from there. So I'll just take this off and see what I think he's done. This is pretty much flat. It probably had a bit of a curve in it. See that? So all you can do is try and bash it into shape, you know. There's not really a massive amount you can do. But if I get it somewhere near, and when Crimbo does it, he'll probably just put filler down there and just line it all through. But I need to get this out this way. I can't do it because I've had to take these off. These hinges, they were up against there and it was just so low, so I set out datum points on it. See that? And that, because the hinges were handmade, somebody's made them, they don't really do what they should be doing because they were different shapes. So then I had to set datum points up, start at the right so that it's equal, yeah. And then readjust your hinges. Like that one I had to go 1/4 of an inch that way and bring it out that way, but I can't come out any further that way on it because it throws the top then, which is why you've got to try and dress the back. Put the shock absorbers back on the right way up because they were on the wrong way up and hitting the brakes and jamming the brakes on. Put the back axle back in right because that wasn't in right. Hence that great big gap that was over there, do you remember that? So I've had to shave some of the bodywork out there. Not too much. But now you've got, if you look at it side to side, it probably is still a little bit out, but nothing like it was. I'd say that's acceptable now from side to side on that gap.
It's a massive difference, isn't it, from what it was?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, right, so we know we've got a real shallow there, look. So let's try and get those two out first, and then we'll beat the whole lot down a bit. That gap there, you get your steel rule low, flow naturally, so you know that's right down. So now's the time to start beating it. Nearly. Still see a bit in it, so let's get that on there. That's why elbows have been rebuilt.
There's definite curve in it, isn't there?
Yeah. Right, so I want to try and dress this in a little bit because let's see, all of this has been made. It's not really doing anything, so it ain't going to make any difference. That a damn good beating first thing in the morning. We'll hang her back in and see what it looks like. Yeah, with things like this, there's nothing really delicate about it. You just got to beat it till it all fits, you know. Well, it's a lot better. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, but it's a lot better. See, that isn't quite, it needs to be sort of there, and that brings it all in line. But I know this is wrong here, so I can just add a piece of metal just to make that gap right. But we're pretty parallel across the back gap, which is nice. Pretty parallel around there, which is nice. So let's put a washer in there. See if that'll just force that over. I might have to take some more out of that spacer yet. It's only just enough to hold it, you know.
So a small washer in there should just push
Well,
it
it might shimmy it over a bit. If not, we'll try something else. But it's a bit better. Not right though. We want to go that little bit more, isn't it?
Just a smidge, isn't it?
So we'll take that spacer back out and just spin a bit more off of it on the lathe. So you don't know the angle of those hinges either, they could be bollocks. But right, I think the first thing we'll do is take it back out and put all of the screws back in here. That might make a difference. Get that.
Yeah, because you could get it all but right, put the screws in and then it's out again.
On Dad's Jaguar, on the XK150 I rebuilt, I opened the boot lid, propped it up with the stay that it has with it, and it has a trimmed cover inside.
Okay.
It's only cardboard. Screwed it all on, shut the boot lid, and oh Christ, what have I done here? They're so flimsy, when it was on the stay that side, the boot lid's done that.
Yeah.
I screwed all the cardboard on, it's held it.
Like in that
I was like,
position.
oh Christ, what have I done now? Right, let's hang that back in. That might have sturdied it all up a bit. Stupid idea anyway, sitting in the boot. It's better again. A little bit of tweaky, that'll go. Right, so now, I think, I'm pretty, well, I know, when the catch is in here, it'll hold it all. Because that gap isn't bad now.
Oh, looks pretty good actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So where's the catch and the boot lift handle?
Well, you lift it manually.
What do you mean, from where? Will you just stick your
No,
fingers?
it'll be spring loaded down. It'll have
Okay.
sponge on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Or some sort of seal. And there's a rubber pad that goes on here and you just press it. It pops up.
Okay.
I don't know how the mechanism works, I haven't looked at it, but it obviously goes in here somewhere, and that's the bit there. I've got to pick it up off of him. So you hit that, it must pull that back that way or something. I really don't know at the moment. So that was obviously holding that over. Right, I'm gonna have to move this hinge again. We want to go 1/8 of an inch down on the hinge. Yeah, if you look at look, that was my original datum marks. So when I put it all together, first of all, that line there lined with that line there.
All right, yeah.
And that's how far out it is. And now I've got to go. So I did 1/4 of an inch. That I need to go another 1/8 of an inch now, if that. But it's whether you can pick up screw holes again. Mark that, so I've got my height. It's like being a chippy, isn't it? Right, broken screw there as well. Grind that off. I reckon that much should do it. But we won't put all of these back in. I suppose we ought to really, but came to cry. I'm just going to put a couple of screws in, just hang it in there again.
And you enjoy lifting that boot lid, don't you?
Oh yeah. Bestest job ever. I must have taken this on and off 30 times.
I don't know why you didn't do it right the first time. You know?
Well, yeah, there's always that. That's a nice gap there now. It's about parallel with that. I'm not worried about that, because that's closed down now anyway. That's alright.
But the lift.
Yeah, it'll tweak in when it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be alright. Look, if you go like side to side. By the time it's locked down, it's got all the sponges around it and all that. I mean, like I say, I can probably get some of that out. I'll beat the shit out of it with the hammer again. Try it. No, I'm happy with that now.
I guess the idea really is to get it to a point where you don't have to you limit the amount of filler you use.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Like this is all bashed in, but when I repair the bottom of that and put the wood back in, I'll bash all that out. But I'm pleased with that, because that really didn't fit at all. So
that's good.
next week on the workshop.
So if you're putting your car or bike out from sitting, hibernating for a period of time, the best thing to do...
Best thing to do is run it out of fuel completely before you put it away.
Yeah, but if you don't, because no one does, do they?
No. Yeah, I mean, try it. Sometimes you can put fresh petrol in, keep running it.
And that will clear it through?
It can do. It can do, yeah, but on the other hand, it might not. And then, you've got to take it all apart.